Hey. Well, what's going on, YouTube? It's David again with another movie review. Usually I have a whole set and whatnot set up, drapes, lights, all this crazy stuff, but I didn't feel like doing that today because I just wanted to keep this really casual, hence the cool sunglasses. And today I want to talk to you guys about Terminator Dark Fate. I'm a huge Terminator fan. I loved it. Played the video games. I loved all the movies as a kid, even Terminator 3, Salvation. I even tried to like Genesis, but it just... But yeah, we're just going to talk about the movie a little bit. I am going to get into some spoilers territory, so if you don't want to be spoiled, what I'm going to do is just tell you about the movie right now. It's a really great sequel. Arnold's great, Linda Hamilton is great, new characters, Grace, Danny Ramos, the new Terminator, Rev 9, played by Diego Luna, is awesome. It was pretty great, I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed him as the villain. He kind of reminded me of, I was getting some Robert Patrick and Terminator 1, Arnold Schwarzenegger vibes, and I hope they keep him around in the series. I hope to see Rev 9 again, or his version of the Terminator again in any sequels they do make, if this movie does make money. But yeah, I do have to say, this was a really good movie. It was really action-packed, and I really dug it. With that being said, anything going forward from now is spoiler territory. So if you're still around, if you still want to stick around, you're going to hear some spoilers about this movie. Just letting you know that up front. Cool. So, spoilers. In the first 10 minutes of this movie, we get well, not really a flashback, but we start out in 1998 in Guatemala. So it's still baby John Connor and relatively young Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. They've both been de-aged, so it's still Eddie Furlong. I mean, they probably just used his voice and another kid to make him look like Eddie Furlong. And Linda Hamilton has been de-aged for this scene. They're chilling at a beach, and Sarah's just thinking about how when she was stuck in that psychiatric ward, and then Terminator and John broke her out. About a minute later, a de-aged Arnold Schwarzenegger walks up with one of those little short snub shotguns and just blasts John Connor in the chest. Kills John Connor. Dead. Right in front of Sarah. Sarah shoots him in the face and just nicks his cheek with a bullet. He knocks her on the ground and just walks away. Accomplished his mission. Skynet finally killed John Connor. So, like, that was it. And then it just jumps forward to now, where we see our first protagonist pop out of the one of those temporal bubble things. That'll be Grace. She's not a Terminator per se. She's more of a something that's really cool that I think this movie has. And this movie has a lot of moments where it's really, really cool ideas muddled in some other stuff that's less cool. The same problem with, well, I think all the Terminator sequels have this problem. It's really cool ideas wrapped in really just sometimes ridiculous and nonsensical ways, even though we are talking about robots from the future, so your suspension of disbelief has to be like a little out there. But yeah, Grace gets there, does the whole Terminator thing, beats up some cops, gets some clothes, drives off, look after her target, and then we have Diego Luna, who's our newest Terminator, Rev 9, working for a new, like, since John and Sarah stopped Judgment Day from happening in the 90s, apparently Judgment Day still happens, but it's a different AI this time. It's not Skynet no more. Once they blew up Cyberdyne, Skynet is done. But now it's a new thing. It's this new cybernetic AI called Legion. And Legion sent back this Terminator, which is a combination of the T-1000 and the Model 101, called Rev 9, played by Diego Luna. And Rev 9, I think, is one of the best parts of this movie, but I think he doesn't give enough screen time. He's great. He's a great Terminator. Vicious, lethal, just robotic, uncaring, sneaky. He's a perfect infiltrator here. Like, the best thing I can say about this movie, usually I would say, is Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I love Arnold. I've been an Arnold fan since I was a kid. But I have to say this Terminator is probably the best thing about this movie. I was like, this is dope. Every time he's on screen fighting Grace, I'm like, I'm in there. Keep going. Keep doing that. It's awesome. But, yeah, so after the two Terminators get there, and Grace, the new character, she's not a Terminator, she's a resistance fighter, but they did something really cool, is she's been augmented. So she's cybernetic, but she's still human. She just has like robotic limbs and whatnot, and like bulletproof stuff under her skin, but she requires, like, she has like a really fast metabolism, so she has to like constantly inject herself with these things in order to keep moving, keep her power cells from running out. And I thought that was really cool. I was like, this is great. This is how you make this interesting again. But after you get past the new Terminator, the new Protector, you find Sarah Connor, and then you find John, and then you find a way to get back to Arnold, and then you gotta protect the girl and stop the Terminator. It was all very reminiscent of Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, which I don't have a problem with fan service. I don't have a problem with nostalgia, but I do think there is like a certain amount of nostalgia that you can do before it just becomes derivative again, and before I'm like, alright, I'm not seeing anything new, I'm kind of bored, I'm not seeing anything new, I'm kind of bored, oh, new action scene happened, now I'm back in it. And that kept happening with this movie, where whenever they would try and do a callback to Terminator 1, or they try and do some callbacks to previous Terminator lore, unless it was like centric to the plot, if it was just fan service for fan service, I was honestly kind of bored by it, because I'm kind of sick of Terminators going back in time to the past and to the present. I just want these movies to take place in the future. And the moment I say that, everybody's like, whoa, Terminator Salvation took place in the future. Yes, but not the future I wanted. I want, you know, at nighttime it to be blue, purple lasers, orange lasers, just neon music everywhere. I want that future war-esque movie. And even though there is a couple of future war scenes in this movie, they reminded me of that Tom Cruise movie, Edge of Tomorrow. You probably saw some of the clips in the trailer where these things have like tendrils coming out of their backs and they're just like on all fours running after them. It's like, it really reminded me of Edge of Tomorrow, and that's not really a good thing, because like it's all gray, it's all like uninteresting and boring. I'm a fan of post-apocalyptic. I'm a huge Fallout fan. I love that stuff, but if it's Terminator, put a little bit more color into it. For me personally, like purple backgrounds, purple lasers, just all this stuff. The neon music, really just make that your all. It'd be dope. But anyway, Linda Hamilton's great. When Arnold shows up, he's awesome. It's just great. And that's really all I had to say about it. I mean, it was good. It was real good. But like in a week, I don't know if I'll like go back, because like I said, I see stuff twice. I see movies twice usually when I can, just to get an idea about it and see what it's like, and then to see it again to see if my feelings changed. This movie is better than Terminator Genesis. I cannot stress that enough. It is so much better. Because the first time I saw Terminator Genesis, I kind of liked it, and the second time I saw it, I fucking hated it. And just, pardon my French, I'm sorry. But yeah, overall, I'll give this movie, if we're going on a scale from like 1 to 10, 10 being the greatest, 1 being the lowest, this movie's about a 7. It's good, but it could be better with some ideas and stuff that they go over. But and I don't want this video to be too long. I'll make another video talking about the cool ideas in Terminator movies that they really just don't seize later today. But yeah, that's all I really had to say. Check out Terminator Dark Fate when you get the chance. This movie's interesting. This movie's good. This movie has potential to be another jumping point for this franchise. But I just think once they flesh out their ideas a little bit more and maybe tweak some things, it could be a really dope picture. But yeah, check it out. Like, share, subscribe. That's all I had to say. Peace out, guys.